Nova cohort. We are back on another fine Saturday. It's a small business Saturday. So I appreciate everybody who's going to stop by today and visit and hang out, that kind of deal. But we are getting up to DCS Saturday morning with a little bit of Pilum teaches. It's going to be the F-4E, and we're going to be looking at the bombing computer and the navigation systems for the F-4. So let's go ahead and flip things over to DCS so we can see what's going on. Kind of waiting on the game capture to take hold here. There we go. That's looking good. Let's go and put our helmet on. And we'll close the canopy and make it a little quieter in the office.
Alignment completed. Go primary sync now. Ready to taxi. Canopy down and locked. Lights out and stripes are aligned.
Okay, so before we get super crazy with what we're going up today, we're going to start with the tutorial phase on some of the basics of the bombing computer. And we'll talk a little bit loosely about navigation. Excuse me, sorry about that. Talk a little bit about navigation and how to actually perform a ILS system update for the F-4. So at Red Control B, that pulls up this bombing table here, and there's a lot of important information on this one. The first one is your mode of delivery, which is going to change a lot of what the other options are on this page. What kind of bomb you're using, which will determine things such as the drag coefficient that's used in calculations to make sure that the bombs get on or near target. Run-in speed, release altitude, target altitude, your own aircraft weight. And you can refresh that as time goes on, dive angle, sight depression, etc., all the way through. Some of these options you can't actually click into and change because they are derived. But you can click into a lot of them. Some of the pattern information here, you can tell Jester what your release interval is going to be. It's not going to change it based on this wheel up here, though. You're just using that to tell the bombing computer, this is how long my pattern is, this is what my multiplier is, and this is which bomb I want off the stick to actually hit the target. So you don't have to drop the first bomb on your target. If you're looking at a target and you know that there's some targets before and some targets after your intended area of destruction, you can set it up to the bomb in the middle of your drop, so that you can hit those targets with the third or fourth bomb in the stack and have a couple of bombs that fall shorter to kill the targets leading up to it. As far as the different modes that are available, we've got direct, DT, target find. Those are probably the three most common that you're going to use a lot. And there's also DLL, offset, loft. I use loft from time to time as well. Offset with instruments, and using the WRCS with the AGM-45 Shrike to try and get the most use out of that weapon and give it the loft. We got some blueberry flavored coffee this morning, Chief. And we'll click into a couple of these things so we can take a look at what they do. And we go into the loft mode, we can choose what bomb we're dropping. I've got M117s on board today. Yeah, blueberry is definitely one of my my favorite flavors there. But important things here to note while we're doing the bombing computer is your run-in speed, which is in true airspeed, not indicated. And in the pilot seat, your true airspeed to gauge is tucked into this little corner above your radar altimeter. So especially if you're doing things from the back seat, that true airspeed indicator is a little bit more up front, so that you can let the pilot know how fast they're actually moving. Now your run-in altitude is in mean sea level altitude, so it's going to be a pressure sensitive altimeter setting that you're looking at there as far as where you want to start your run-in at. And then since this is the loft mode, there are a couple more extra things here that we need to be aware of. Distance from your IP, your initial point, to the target in nautical miles. I do like choosing a round number for that figure. Because basically what we're going to end up doing if we're trying to use this particular mode is you set up a couple of waypoints and then use the HSD's range indicator to let you know when you are just about in parameters to get those bombs off the plane. Target altitude is also an MSL, and there's a few ways to determine that. But the easiest is just going to be to make use of the F10 map and draw your map cursor over the top of wherever it is you're looking to bomb and try and get the average altitude there. In this case, you know, it's basically on the ground for where we're going for our first stop today. Not that I'm going to use loft, but we're talking about the bombing computer, and that's it. So for our purposes, we're going to go ahead and click into the box here and set it up for 4. Got an ad break going on here, so for the folks who don't experience those ads, the other option we got there is our loft angle, which we'll use our attitude ball to help us stay on course for. And waiting on that ad timer to tick down. So the important thing to note here too is that if you've got any of these little caution symbols like what we had a minute ago, it basically means that when you go to pull up, there's not going to be a timer for it because you're well within minimums for it, so with an IP of 5 miles to the target. So we're going to dial that up to 10 nautical miles away from our target. $30 seconds is kind of a long time. Let's go with 8 miles, see if that's a little better. Alright, welcome back from the ad. So we'll talk about what all we just did. So we're setting this up for our hypothetical run-in with these bombs for the M117. So it's important to select what type of bomb, as that will determine the drag coefficient that Jester will encode. Run-in speed, we want to do about 550 true knots. Run-in altitude, 5,000 feet MSL. We're going to do our drop, or our toss rather, at 6 miles from the target is where I want my IP to be. Target's altitude is at 4 feet MSL, and then we're looking at a 30-degree toss angle. What it does is it derives all of the rest of these, which is useful information for the pilot as well. The pull-up timer is roughly how long it's going to take from the time you engage the pickle button until the little pull-up light up here illuminates, and you get a tone. Convenient, the RWR chirps at me at that point, so we'll go with that. It doesn't sound like that. It's actually the same kind of solid tone that you get for just about anything on board the jet. So when you hear that tone, you need to pull back smoothly and sharply into a 4.5 G climb, and hold that 4.5 Gs until you get to your 30-degree loft angle, and then ease off the stick. Basically, I want to pull up and stop at that angle while holding the pickle button down, as the timer that Jester will set up in the back, or the Wizzo will do, because if you're doing this with a human Wizzo, they'll pull up the bombing table here, put all the information in, and then manually make those adjustments on the WRCS to get this going for you. Pull-up timer is going to be 4.3 seconds, so 4.3 seconds after pressing that button, you'll get the light, you'll pull back, and bombs will come off the plane. Pull-up range will be about 32,000 feet from the target. The release range will be at about 27,000 feet from the target, almost 28,000 feet from the target. And it'll take the bombs about 36 seconds, almost 37 seconds, to fly to the target and hit it. The release interval of about 0.25 seconds in normal. And make it a little more interesting, we'll say we want bomb number 2. Bomb number 2 on the target. And then it will encode a release advance, which says, you know, I don't want the first bomb to hit the target, I want the second one to hit the target, so a short burst before you actually have your actual bomb come off the jet, it will do all those things for you. I like to save these so I can quickly come back and reference them again just by clicking on it.
Roger that.
And of course you tell Jester, and he will set up your pattern.
You got it.
And tell Jester and close, it'll set up everything else. But you can use the bombing computer for pretty much all of those sorts of things. Target find is extremely useful when dropping laser-guided bombs, but you can use it for a little more accurate high-altitude bombing because you are using the radar to determine like a slant range to the target. Direct is the most manual of bombing modes, set in a dive angle and everything else that you want to use, and it will tell you your sight depression is 99 mils, and when you get to 2,700 feet from the target, you're in parameters. Drop the bomb. And then DT is that radar assisted mode that we've been using for a bunch of other little things. So now that we've done all of that, let's go ahead and get up and go attack this silkworm site that's out here. That's going to be our first objective for this morning. Mostly what we're doing at this point is burning a little bit of time so we can get some inaccuracies in our navigation system so that we can come back and fix those inaccuracies with a navigation update. And we'll go over how all of that works here in just a bit, as well as even though we can see our runway, at least at lower altitude, we'll try and make an ILS styled approach on this one. And some important things that we're going to want to go ahead and set up is this panel right here. We're going to want to put it in with whatever frequency we are using for active runway. I want to say 1.4 is the direction we want to take off from. So we're going to want to encode this with 110.30 for the ILS, as that is the ILS setup for that runway. There we go. Now if we turn these volume numbers up a little bit, or volume knobs up a little bit, you'll hear the little Morse code chirps. Alright. And then our aircraft for today Wearing the always radiant Euro 1 scheme for being out here on Colo. These are mostly with M117 bombs, 750 pounders from World War II vintage, and a pair of Mavericks. We've also got our air-to-air complement, and since this is a unrestricted mission, they are the best that we can do, which are AIM-9Ms and AIM-7Ms. But let's go ahead and get the chocks off the jet, and we'll start our way out.
Roger.
Thank you, Ihor. Appreciate the resub.
Have a good flight, sir. Disconnecting.
And a very merry small business Saturday to you.
Slats are out. Flaps down. All right, buddy. Let's do it.
As soon as I'm not turning the aircraft all over the place here, I'll adjust that field of view down.
Okay, tell me, how low are we flying today?
Low enough, Chester. Low enough. Now it is just below freezing out here today, so we're going to go ahead and turn on our pitot heat. Just for a moment or two, I just want to warm up the probe. Once we take off and we're airborne and getting some airflow in there, then we'll turn the heat on and leave it on. The heat is on. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves a waypoint too. Got a little bit of taxiing there. Actually we've already got one. Use that for navigation for now.
You got it. Steering set in TGT-1.
Well, baby, it's cold outside, so that's what we got going on. Actually, a little chilly here in the office this morning, too. Alright, so did a couple of extra things here this morning talking about the bombing computer. Just verify my trim is set for takeoff. Missiles are warmed up. Standby ADI is erect. And uncaged.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. 100 knots.
Speed indicator's lagging a little bit behind.
Nails 9 o'clock. And nails 9 o'clock. Gears moving. Gear up. Flaps up.
Okay, gear and flaps are up. Look at those beautiful winter textures. It's a little chilly out there today. It's -1 at sea level for this particular setup. -1 Celsius anyway. Set up a reticle depression to 45. Since we got Mavericks on the board the jet, we're going to use those first.
Okay, Mud, 9 o'clock. AAA.
Okay, broadly speaking, we need to head one more northeast. And it's just a little dented, but at least he's not George or Petrovich. Or Francois if they ever put one in the Gazelle. Polychop does a good job. We're not wrong. They had their moment in the sun of being the joke programmers, but they have really turned themselves around with their helicopters.
Heads up, I've got nails 11 o'clock.
All right, we're flying through the cloud. We got some snow. Good stuff. Great to check 266. Okay. A little bit of flying, a little bit of blowing up, and then we'll talk about the nav system, perform a nav update, and then work with the needles for an ILS style landing. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively set up. No, it's not going to let me because it's in that nav mode. We'll worry about that later. I could dial that around and set it up for the runway heading now, but... excuse me. Apparently I need more coffee. What about that one? It's time to land. Alright, 34 miles out from the target area.
I'm showing nails 10 o'clock.
And some angry aircraft out there to the north, but we're going to try and avoid them a little bit. So focus on our mission. Now that I've reached my cruising altitude, ease the throttles back. Pretty nice day for the flying here on the master server for PI. "24 miles. Get into about 18 or so, we'll start diving for our target area and find a new home for a couple of the Mavericks. Oh, coffee. Fill me with such warm, caffeinated goodness. Oh, Chief disconnected. Understandable. Alright, so we're within 16 miles. It's just about where we want to be. It's going to get below this cloud layer and find our victims. Okay. According to the nav system, should be just out here. And our nav system has already got a little bit of drift going on. So start trim a little bit. Dial our brightness down a little bit. And our contrast up a little bit. And I want to target air defenses first. Having attacked this objective before, I know that we've got a friend over here. Got him. And rifle. Next Maverick. And this one we'll put over there somewhere. I'm trying to target the larger IR return. Rifle. Well, those are flying up. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves some altitude. Since we spent a lot of it. And we're going to reconfigure for bombing. Cloud layer is at about 9,000 feet.
Copy. Mud, 11 o'clock. SA-8.
Looks like we put some good hits out there. Let's go ahead and try and roll in. I'm watching my target there in the little corner of that canopy glass. As with the M117s, I don't want to get too low.
Captured.
I feel like if I would have dropped all forward, I probably ended up in them. That looked like a pretty good strike. And we'll pick the aircraft up a little bit. Just AWACS is telling us that our nearby targets are about 100 miles away, so we still got a little bit of room and distance to play with. Aircraft's a little off center on the weight, but we're going to attack that second island here next. And same thing, we're going to pick a target area, lock it with the radar,
And
hold the pickle
captured.
button. There's 4 off the jet.
Heads up, I've got nails, 11 o'clock. And nails, 11 o'clock.
I think we got 3 or 4 bombs left. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's 4. We got enough for one more 4-bomb drop. Let's go ahead and dial that ripple down to 2. Tell Jester I want the first bomb on the...
Okay. Gotcha.
First bomb in the pattern to hit the target area. And I kind of want to take a assessment here and see what's actually left, since we don't have a whole lot of bombs left on board. Get up here and zoom in and see what we can see. Looks like there's a couple of little sites there on the shore for that one. And for that one. So this should be good. We should be able to make an attack on both areas. And knock those places out. And if not, I think the missiles are soft enough we should be able to strafe them with the rotary cannon there. Give him a little bit of Vulcan love. All right, let's run in.
Nails, 8 o'clock. And nails, 8 o'clock.
Oh, and that's not going to be a good pass. Yep, I'm aborting that one. And that's not Star Trek Saturday, I heard. I should say I'm giving them the Romulan canon, to be honest, but, you know, won't stipulate to that. I did, but it's 9 a.m. We're going to save that joke for another time. Back off the power here while we still got some gas. Get lined up on our target area here. And locking it in.
Captured.
Holding the pickle button down.
Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock. And nails, 12 o'clock.
Our dive angle might have been a little too shallow for the BC to pick it up.
Captured.
There we go. Yeah, I think that'll actually do it too. As long as the problem I've had with it last couple times I've done that is I've pulled up too much, and I've ended up breaking the radar's ability to remain fixed on the target. Which is more of a pilot problem than a systems issue, I guess. I can skill issue myself. It's okay. Alright, let's try and do this point.
Captured.
Yeah, there we go. That worked out much better. And still hit right where I wanted it to go. I just need to be slower on the pull-up on that is all. We all learned things here today. Alright, let's get rid of our rails, just in case. And with 3,500 pounds, we're going to go ahead and fly home. Let's go ahead and get Jester back to a normal scan. And we're going to go ahead and...
That's a new bogey, all right. Left 15, 23 miles.
Give ourselves a map marker. Call it Heapler.
Positive IFF return. Target is a friendly. I have a contact. Left 5 degrees, 23 miles.
Oh no, Chief, that's no good.
Target is a buddy. Good IFF. Yes, sir. Steering set in TGT-1.
Okay, so we've got our waypoint set back for home. I'm going to go ahead and point at it here for a minute. But we have been flying long enough that there should be some drift errors in our INS. If we straight line it, you can see that we are very much not in line with our waypoint.
That's a contact, all right. Right 40, 27 miles, 20,000.
So what we need now is...
IFF is positive. He's a buddy.
a position fix that we can update and go with some kind of known landmark. Try and fix this. And what I'm going to go with is something that is visually distinctive. Easy to see. A clear point that we can look at. Like one of these islands. And since we are a little lower on fuel than I might otherwise like, I think I'm actually going to pick this little guy right here, this island. That's the one that I want. We're going to descend a little bit and see if we can spot that island. Put ourselves on an autopilot course for him. And get below 9,000 feet so we're under the cloud deck. Okay, so this little guy is more or less right off the nose, kind of in the middle of the channel, and looks like that island right there. I'll try and get myself as straight as I can on our target island. Engage the autopilot. And I've got a little bit of time, but not a whole lot of time. Let's get the throttle set to a nice cruise setting here, because we need to go into the back seat of the office. And we're going to talk about this panel down here. So this panel has navigation systems and everything on it. It controls where the waypoints are, TGT1, TGT2, standby, reset, so you can encode up to 2 waypoints in the system. But what we're going to concern ourselves with are these lat long lights, the set fix switch, and these first 2 knobs here, which controlled our position in longitude and latitude. We're coming up on our target area here. We are coming up kind of quick within 11 miles, so I've got to work a little faster. First thing we're going to do is take the nav system out of its work and put it into set mode so we can actually make changes. We need to set this to 6536. And since we don't get any finer information than that, you can kind of roll the knob a little bit to get slightly better position out of it. And east is 2245. $22.45. And 32, we'll give it 1 tick for luck. So now both of these lights are on, telling us that we are out of alignment. And we are going to ever so slightly potentially miss that point, so I'm going to go ahead and steer the aircraft back a little bit.
We have a friendly sentry, 3 o'clock, 5 miles.
The best results for doing this is using a static TACAN beacon, which is why doing it this way is a little bit less than preferred. But as we come up on our target, right about now, we're going to press and hold the fix switch. When those two lights go out, it has realigned the system, and then you let go of it as you fly over the top of your target, which it's never going to be super flawless and perfect. That's just not the way the F4's INS system works. But as you can see, we are pointed slightly above our target area, and our needle looks much better for getting onto our target to come back home. If you have done a fine alignment, I believe the figure for it is about 3 nautical miles of drift every 30 minutes, with an increasing number of nautical miles of drift over a half hour's time. Or maybe it's 3 nautical miles per hour. But either way, from full alignment, that's about the best you can get. The next best is stored heading alignment, which I want to say is about 5 nautical miles error per hour. And then the worst is like the bare bones, I just want to take off and do things alignment, which is something you're absolutely going to need to update and fix a lot. And I know you're thinking, it's like, well, you can see where you're going, Pilum. That shouldn't be a problem right now. Well, sometimes that's not always the case, especially at night. And if you're trying to do a high altitude, I'm just using the nav system for bombing sort of run, the less accurate your bombing system or your navigation system is, the less accurate your bombs will be. Now, we don't have any smart weapons on board the jet, but if you try to use smart weapons with bad GPS coordinates because the onboard navigation system has no idea where you actually are, those bombs are never going to go where you want them to go. And the same thing applies for dropping them a little more blind. You can at least get in the ballpark with a good INS update. So just like with the Vigan, it's important every couple of waypoints or so
3 o'clock, and nails
to perform a nav fix with your Wizzo, or if you're flying the jet by yourself, to do it just as I've done. And again, a TACAN beacon is the best, and the reason for that is pretty simple. TACAN beacons don't move, and if you are in TACAN mode, the arrow will always point where the TACAN beacon is, independent of what your compass is doing. Alright, so I've turned on the VOR system, which will give us some of the nav information to land on the runway of our choice. We're going to go and set this to VOR TAC and VOR ILS. We're going to engage this switch so we get our needles. And we are landing on runway 140. At least such is the intent. Just want to get its actual heading here. It's about 126. Spin this needle all the way around. Safe our equipment. Boost our seat up. And this time we can actually visually confirm what our needles will be telling us, but that's our runway that we're going to go to right there. Set my lights to landing mode. Let's go ahead and get ourselves in a better trim state. We'll align our needles here a little bit better with the actual
Already gear.
runway heading.
Pressure, warning lights, anti-skid.
It says we're a little above glide slope. I want to say this, I might have encoded the VOR a little backwards on this one. The numbers I chose were right for the heading that it says on the map, but I want to say the actual encoding for it might be a little backwards because we are... Actually, it says we're above glide slope. Let's see if we can come down on it. I want to say we're waiting for an update to change the frequencies there.
Dingo 1 holding short runway 32.
205 on final for runway 14.
.500.
There's no way we should be below glide slope, so those numbers I think are reversed for this runway.
300. 100.
A little floaty at this fuel state. And that was a little rough.
8 o'clock. Well, maybe if you knew how to land, we could have sold it to a museum. And,
My spine.
Nails, 8 o'clock.
Down and clear.
Dingo 1-1, taking runway 32.
Now let's dump off our drogue chute here for the kids. And we'll try that VOR the opposite heading on our next pass. Bring the seat back down. Reset for takeoff trim. Where's the next spot we want to attack?
Those islands done?
Yeah, Silkworm's finished. Could do train yard, I guess. I guess there's boats in the harbor that Chief would like eliminated.
I do not have the loadout for that.
Train yard it is.
Refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
Well, we landed more like a Navy version of the F-4, but doesn't seem to be any worse for wear. I'll make a first pass over the area then again with the boats for the Mavericks. And if I can find them, I'll sink them. Otherwise, I'll press on to train yard. Reset those to nav computer. Go ahead and mute those two beepy beeps. Well, yeah, I figured they are. They usually hang out kind of around those islands.
Chevy 1, Magic 11, Bra 041 for 120 at 21,000 knots. Chevy 1, Magic 11, Bra 027.
Let's come down here and survey the damage that we caused.
15,000 knots.
Oh, yeah. The 750s put the work in. Made some good choices there. You know, I think these guys might be a little too cold to move.
Chevy 1, Magic 11, Bra 053 for 230 at 25,000 cold.
Yeah, here's our boys.
Chevy 1, Magic 11, Bra
Just steaming along,
054 for 230
doing boat things.
at 25,000 cold.
We should be able to track them down, and they should show up pretty warm against the backdrop of the cold water. That'll make a good target for the Maverick once we're good to go. A little over 9,000 pounds, now we're hitting the slowdown point for the fuel tank. And turn off our pitot heat while we're on the ground here, not moving. It's the only thing that's ever really bothered me about the F4's fuel system is it seems like as long as the majority of the tanks are still empty, it'll refill super quick. But once you get into that last fuel tank, it really slows down the transfer.
Chevy 1, Magic 11, Bra 027 for 120 at 15,000 knots.
Almost there. We'll need another map marker out this direction. Put one out here. Boat with expertise.
Refueling complete.
Copy. Steering set for diversion.
And the other thing I'm going to do is, since I'm down here and I'm stopped, I know we just took a nav update, but we're going to do another one.
Rearming complete.
Just refine it a little bit. Put that in set, and we're looking at this lat long standard line, and we only get degrees and minutes, we don't get seconds. We're looking at 6532. Down here, this first knob, 6532 and 2206. Now the lat line is on because it's outside of its little margin of error where it says no, we're good. If I move the longitude one up a little bit, it'll do the same. And I'll go to fix, and it has updated to the new coordinates, which should help further refine our navigation. But we're good. We got bombs on the jet times a bunch. And a couple of Mavericks. So let's go see if we can go hunt some boats, and then we'll help out at the train yard. (205) taxiing to Calix 33. The winter textures on the Kola Peninsula map is mostly a matter of just setting the time of year, the right month. The other thing to understand too with this map is, since it is modeling a far northern region, a polar type region, at certain times of year you will have daytime no matter what time of day you set it to, or nighttime no matter what time of day you set it to. This is actually set for, I believe, the middle of the afternoon. Like somewhere around 11 in the morning is the mission start time, and as we've rolled through it here this last hour or so, should be a little after 12. And it's set for the month of February. So the sun is a little low in the sky and kind of coming out of the southeast. Hold here for a minute, make sure Chief's not on the runway.
Chevy 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 06.
He is not, he's still in the hangar.
Chevy 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 063480 at 23,000 knots. Chevy 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 061480 at 24,000 cold.
Enter 205, taking off, Calyx 32.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. There's 100 knots.
Get that nose wheel up.
I've got nails, 4 o'clock.
All right, let's go hunt a couple of boats.
Oh, mud, 10 o'clock. AAA and mud, 10 o'clock. AAA.
Be nice if they gave Jester just another couple of kilobytes worth of voice lines to change that from AAA to AAA. Okay, onwards and upwards. We're going to climb out, head back towards our target, which is 58 miles away. Go hunt some boats. Make sure our lights are out. It's definitely a pretty map no matter what time of year we fly it on. pitot heat back on before I forget and our speedometer suddenly reads 0. .9 miles.
I'm showing nails 10 o'clock.
$40 miles.
I'm showing nails 10 o'clock and nails 10 o'clock. I'm showing nails 10 o'clock and nails 10 o'clock.
Okay. Our boat friends are going to be out here in the water somewhere. I know we're a little further out than we normally would like, but I've got to get down so I can see them. Kind of looking for movement out there on the water. We're still some 24-ish nautical miles away. Might be able to see them.
Okay, Mud, 9 o'clock. AAA.
I wonder if that's them out there near the island. Let's put the Maverick over there. And see if we can't see them in the sensor. No, unfortunately, those are just the windmills. Wind turbines, rather. I lost a lot of altitude there, so it was offset a bit. Climb and look back out the window.
Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock. And nails, 12 o'clock.
There they are. Try and keep them in view here. Shoot at the lead ship first. Rifle boat.
Tingle 1-1, comp check.
Lima Charlie. Come on, give me the other boat. Latched.
She's a bit easy to refuel when she's draggy.
Ah, damn, we've got Mud, 11 o'clock. SA8.
Makes sense. Rifle times 2 boat. And smack. We've struck both boats. Sadly, I don't think it was enough.
You done playing with them boats yet?
I just hit both of them with a Maverick each. Gonna have to bomb them though. This'll be fun.
Captured. No can do, boss. No, sir, can't do that.
Ripple pair. I think I led him too much. Of course, he might be dead. Yeah, I think he's going down. That's why he's not doing what he was supposed to be doing there. Yeah, he's decks awash. This guy, though, is still steaming on without a care. We'll try and get him. Lead him just a little bit.
And captured. Not able. No, sir.
Boat sank. Okay, and cross, bombed a boat with Mark
Roger
82s
that.
off the bucket list.
I've got nails 4 o'clock.
Setting up for train yard.
Diversion steering set.
Bump our interval up just a little bit. Train yard is kind of just inside this river delta, as I recall. Okay, not this delta, this delta. Advisory, got fighters within 50 miles. There's our train yard. I think I'm going to make my first pass a little chunkier, so we'll do 6 bombs.
Copy that. Started my attack run now.
This time we're going to go in, we're going to go in at full throttle. That ought to keep our fighters off our back. I think right about there ought to be good.
And captured. I can't
Uh-oh.
do that. Unable.
Ripple 6. Oh, those are cluster bombs that I saw opening up. Hey, Frost. Let's see how we did. Boom, 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 splash. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's reset for 4 bombs and tighten the pattern up slightly. Aim left of the train tracks, I believe, this time. Zero 05, come back around for south to north, train tracks left side. That looks good. Let's go ahead and lock it in.
Okay, captured. Can't do that. No, sir. No can do.
Ripple 4. Up and off to the west. Those look like better hits. Got more shit burning down there, which is a good sign. Got stuff kind of in that open. Got stuff in the open field just west of the train tracks. You see that? Kind of straight line between the triple fires to the water. Pulling in on it. 205 in from the west. Alright, let's make this a little quicker. Lock it up.
And captured.
You hear any of my transmissions?
Unable.
Negative till just now. Ripple 4.
Great, if you have the flight pilot computer open, you're fucked.
Fuel check. How we looking?
.205's Winchester on bombs. Still got a little bit of playtime though, so I'll be up here doing a little bit of cap protection in case anybody sneaks in.
Copy that. I heard you about your target. I was trying to reply. That's what I tried to hit with my dispensers.
Got it. They seem to be about effective as the average Rockeye too. I dropped my dispensers in the general area though. Dispensers of Mark 82s. That said, quite a bit of carnage down there at the moment. You got any weapons left?
Just dropped my last stuff. I'm out of here.
Roger, 205 will pull out in 2 minutes.
Heads up, new bogey. Left 50, 23 miles, 20,000. Not getting an IFS.
And you forget to arm the bombs. Dang it.
We have contacts. Well, let's see. Bandits or friendlies? Checking now.
You just committed one of the major blunders.
We've got a bandit, bra, right.
Forget to arm your bombs before going into a
miles,
land war with Asia, and never bet against the
18,500.
Sicilian when life is on the line.
Bra, left 15 degrees, 16 miles.
I know what the actual line is, but we're messing it up on purpose. 388 for 14.
Copy. Okay. No can do, boss. Roger. Copy. I got that one. No, sir. Can't do that.
Okay, he won't do it the fast way, so let's do it the slow way.
Roger. Okay, locked. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. Fire!
Solid lock. No! Oh, we're all... Okay, I understand. I understand the AWACS did not call in the closer bandit, he called in one that was much further away, and now we're dead. I believe it, Chief. All right, folks, I know we were talking about the F-4 here today, but we're going to temporarily change roles. And grab an old companion. And you get an AMRAAM. You get a 9M. You get an AMRAAM. You get an AMRAAM. You get a fuel tank. Reasons. You get an AMRAAM. You get an AMRAAM. One more 9M just in case. And another AMRAAM. And we're also going to wear our very beautiful Chief provided skin. The MiGs have chosen violence, so I must answer them in kind. And as is usual and customary on this channel, we take our time to tell Eagle Dynamics to pay Resbam.
Altitude. Low altitude.
Here to check 266. See, if iHorror was really cool, he would have used that Euro 1 scheme that I downloaded and posted in the Discord for a little while. You probably can't see mine on this aircraft either. Look at that. Beautiful, pristine. Good shit.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Alignment's complete. 205's good jet, ready to taxi.
266, comp check.
Lima Charlie on 266, you got me?
Got you.
Alright, MiGs chose violence, let's go answer in kind. See, I was up here, I was just doing some F4 things, doing a little bit of teaching. Also, welcome, Kristen 007. Very apt set of digits there for the end of November. Oh, it reminds me, Bond movies will be coming off of Amazon here after tomorrow. That's okay, I got most of those still on DVD still.
to tell myself I don't have to hold down the nose wheel steering button now.
Not unless you just want to throw it all over the place.
Springfield 1, Magic 11, Bra 030 for 130 at 15,000, cold.
Okay. Strike Eagle configured for its past life job. Will ruin some people's day. Taking the left side of the runway here to avoid wake and washing you in a bad way, and taking off.
Springfield 1, Magic 11, Bra 027 for 120 at 15,000 knots.
Alright, so while we're climbing out and doing that, menu, combat jet, beep boop, and back to air. That's the AWACS where the bad guys are.
Magic 1-1, Springfield 1, request bogey dope. Springfield 1, Magic 11, Bra 040 for 100 at 21,000, cold.
We're in F-15, let's just put 45 up on the ladder and go.
Springfield 1, Magic 11, Bra 047.
Get up to about 25,000, roll over, come off the power. Keep positive G on the aircraft so I don't fuel start the engine. And now we're looking for bad guys. Bump our radar range up here a little bit and make sure it's actually on and at a standby. That's probably important. What, they just shoot us down and go home? That's rude.
Check 3.
Oh, you kept up. Alright, let's see, what do we got? Fire can, early warning aircraft, our E3, the F-16 are rolling at our defense. But no bad guys. They must be in the beam there for the AWACS's radar. Well, no, he told us kind of where they were. They're just not pointed at us yet, so we're not catching their radar on the RWR.
Okay, that I can't quite keep up with.
Hold back on the throttle some.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 020 for 110 at 15,000 knots.
020 for 110. I feel like there's definitely targets much closer than that.
Magic 1-1, Springfield 1, request bogey dope. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1.
There we go.
040 for 60 at 22,000 knots.
Radar tally, Bandit.
Magic 1-1, Bra 040 for 60 at 22,000 knots.
Hello, who are you? Cruising a beam to me at the moment, no in CTR yet.
Data link showing Bandit. You're still pulling away from me.
Stand near it idle.
We're showing just about 300 indicated, a little more than that for me, if you want me to catch up.
Yeah, she's falling down off of it now, 306.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 0.
Positive identification, Bandit 85 miles, SU-27.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 040 for 200 at 25,000 knots.
Positive identification, Bandit 45 miles, MiG-21, looks like multi-ship.
85 at 21,000 knots.
Giving him music from behind you.
Roger, 205 committing to group.
1-1, Bra 052 for 40 at 23,000 knots. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 013 for 100 at 28,000 knots. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1,
Looks like a 4-ship, I'll intend to shoot at all 4.
90 at 20.
2.
Throttling up.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 054 for 35 at 23,000 knots. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 052 for 30 at 23,000 knots. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 015 for 80 at 20.
Box 3 times 4. Give me the trail. Cranking right.
Music off.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 359, Fort 110.
Weapons pitbull, they're a mess. Let's push in.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 009, Fort 60 at 24,000 knots. Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 357, Fort 110 at 28,000 knots.
You splashed one.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 009, 450 at 17,000 knots.
Defensive.
1, Magic 1-1, Bra 011, 450
Just merged with me in the clouds.
knots.
Getting below them.
Springfield 1, Magic 1,
Do you shoot him or did he shoot you?
Fort 1 at 15,000 knots.
That's a 21. Damn it.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
All right, buddy. Let's go.
Magic 1-1, Bra 358, Fort 90 at 22,000.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Springfield 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 018, Fort 40 at 27,000 knots.
Ooh. Oh, all right. That's a surprise.
Y'all rate.
Springfield 1,
Oh, we good. I thought we had him on that turn. That's unfortunate. Got most of the group, but not him.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
All right, let's go up and do it again. Hopefully with more success. Combat jettison, our fuel store. Okay, there we go. Alignment's complete.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 062 490 at
Chief, remove the
22,000 cold.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
These are fast, good jet, ready to roll. Oh, look, a bot. Farewell, bot. Fox 3 bot.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 044
Good splash.
at 30,000 knots.
Alright, got you on the radio. Alright, here we go. Rolling out.
1, Bra 059 for 100 at 22,000 knots.
Preferably with more success.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 027 for 120 at 15,000 knots. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 052 for 230 at 25,000 knots. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 053 for 230 at 25,000 cold. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 043 for 100 at 21,000 cold. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 031 for 120 at 15,000 cold.
Plus side, I think there's only one MiG-21 left.
Only to be replaced by a MiG-31.
Honestly, it's an easier fight. They have a better flight model than the 21 does. And up we go. Donald Douglas's rocket ship. It's funny because a lot of those companies like McDonnell Douglas and Northrop and Grumman all made parts for the space program.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really like them. Their management at Morton Thigh Call. They really know what they're doing. Oh, wait.
Alright, looks like we got some 29 type friends and some 31 type friends out there hiding with our MiG-21. Turning gentle for him. Alright, let's see who we got. .31s are screaming right for us. 64 miles head-on closing, 28,000. Got no choice but to meet them, throw them up. I'm going to shoot my first pair at them long on purpose to try and get them to defend rather than hang on to their R-33s. Have you follow up for the cleanup. Fox 3, 39 miles. Fox 3, 40 miles, breaking right. I've got very little faith that those missiles are actually going to hit him, so you're up. First one's pitbull, 10 seconds. Second one's pitbull, 14 seconds, 5 on the first one for terminal. Skating out. All right, Chief, thank you.
Pushing. Fox 3 long.
Recommitting.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 013, 470 at 25,000 knots. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 012, 4100.
How we looking?
3,000 knots. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 044, 4180 at 25,000 knots.
Come on, Ihort.
Run away from me, I'm chasing him.
Roger, that 21's coming back to the fight. I don't see the others yet. Did we get at least one of the 31s?
None of your radio transmissions coming through. I'm only hearing what's on your stream.
Well, that's lame. Here to check 266.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 008, 450 at 29,000 knots. Uzi 1,
Ready to check 266.
09, 440.
I'm hearing the clicks and it dims, but I'm not hearing any of you.
Great.
Uzi
Well, Fox 3 MiG 21, 17 miles.
010, 480 at 24,000 knots.
Does 21 really just dodge another damn AMRAAM?
He's flying into an SA-8.
Got away from that minor emergency. Try it again, ready to check 266.
Hearing clicks, still no voice.
Try it again, 266. That's the right radio channel. Nothing different with it, but it is apparently having a fit this time. Oh, that's no good.
Fox 3 MiG 29, he came, ooh, wow, he came out of nowhere. Could be a 27, I'm guessing. Come back to you.
I got your fight, Ihort. Positive ID 27, Fox 3 times 2. That's the F-16. We'll hold fire on him, so it's just one missile. Go forth, AMRAAM.
Oh, you're going to want to check that out on replay. Oh, that missile came almost right at me.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra
Kill this man's. Splash bandit.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, merged. Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 009 450 at 22,000, cold.
I have an awful lot of friends up here, I heard. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. Wish I knew my radio decided it just didn't want to work anymore. Tried disconnecting and reconnecting to the, Nope, not going to do that now. Defensive MiG-29 or Su-27.
Over G. Over G.
Magic 1-1, Uzi 1, request bogey dope.
That's a
Over
missile.
G. Over G.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 05644.
Box 2. Oh, please die. Fox 3. Splash bandit.
Uzi 1, Magic 1-1, Bra 226.
I don't want to go fight the SA-8. Not like this.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Oh, shit. I glanced over to read what Chief was saying, and I forgot I was flying low to the ground. First rule of flying, fly the jet. Oh, all right. Big stretch there on that one. Okay, so we got... Oh, you're fine, Chief. It's my fault. I could have just as easily not glanced to the left side of my monitor setup. Not even mad about it. Not even mad in the least. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do next is take a minute and go look at TAC view before I fly around on the server a little more. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll do that together. And by then we should be good to close out here for the morning. Let's go ahead and move the stick over that way. Fire up TAC view. And we'll flip things over in the stream so everybody can see it. All right. TAC view and close the game capture. There we go. Let's have ourselves a little review. We'll start with some of the F4 stuff we did, and then we'll look at some of those fights. Back to the very beginning. So this was our very first sortie where we were coming up on the Silkworm site. We were dropping 750s and firing Mavericks. And our first set of targets out here. Go zoom in and look at this place. Was the ZU-23-2 gun pit. And I might have been the Silkworm search radar, is whatever the bright thing in the middle was. There's the ZU-23. And there's the search radar. So then we sat ourselves up. And we're rolling in for bombs. We dropped 4 at very low altitude. No, I dropped 3. I didn't hold the pickle button all the way through because I did not want to become one with my bombs. But that eliminated most of the site by itself. And then we followed up on the other site with another pattern of 4. And completely eliminated everything on that island. So when it called out complete, when we dropped our pair of bombs there, it was the last couple of targets that were present. Boarded that run. Kaboom. Dropped our last pair just to get them off. Turn around and land. It's one of my favorite things that I like about the 750s is bomb for bomb, they have almost got as much blast power as the 1,000-pounders, and I can carry more of them. As a side effect for that one, though, is they do have that much HE packed into them, and they can be a little bit of a pain at lower altitude. But just don't drop them that way, and you'll be fine. And this time we came up with 82s and Mavericks, and we were looking for the boats. I was offsetting a little bit. You can kind of see where my head tracking is pointing. That teal line and the cross. As I'm looking for the boats, and we do eventually find them. Shoot at the lead ship. Shoot at the other ship, and you can kind of see how slow the Maverick missile is there in that both weapons hit at just about the same time. The first boat was in fact sunk. The second one was just heavily damaged. And I thought I was leading him well if he was moving, but he was not, so splish. But this guy more or less hit dead on with that. Is that the first bomb that fell off? Yeah, it's close enough of a pattern. It could have been the first or the second, but either way, he was dead. Sank the boat. And then we're going out to attack Train Yard with Ihort, who uses a bunch of cluster dispensers, and he hits just about everything here. No, there's actually a couple of things that got killed. Okay, by a couple I actually mean like infantry and one truck. The ZU-23-2 was destroyed, so that's a solid right there. But it looks like they dropped both a little long on the dispenser. And unfortunately, they suffer from general cluster munition problems in DCS, which is the way that they model armor and hit points on targets is not something that makes them very vulnerable to cluster munitions of any type, even the ones that are designed to kill things like, you know, a bunch of trucks and infantry and things out in the field. All right, so this was my my little DT loft. Which I had them set to a much wider dispersal pattern than I usually do. Thought I was going to need the room. Killed a couple of things there with it, but it ran long. So we tightened our pattern up, came back in again. This time, we knocked out all of the BRDMs. And we could see where this other stuff was that Ihort was trying to kill the first pass. Run in on it. And we killed a tank and overshot a little bit. Real Vietnam accuracy hours. Apparently, one of the two of us got shot at by an R-27R and was either not aware of it or he gave up on it right away. But I understand why I suddenly was dead. Okay, he shoots at Ihort. And Ihort goes down. I get R3R'd by the MiG-21s. That was a... Yeah, that was not going to... That was really not going to go over well. I mean, I'm glad they wasted a bunch of missiles on my corpse, but... That's a little hideous. Thanks, AWACS, for letting me know that I had targets well within, 15, 20 miles of me, but kept telling me about, targets that were 50, 100, 150 miles away. That's fantastic. It kind of feels like something maybe DCS should, or Eagle Dynamics rather, should work on their core a little bit with. So if that was a human AWACS, I would have had perhaps more urgent calls that I would have a bunch of aircraft coming to kill me. Now your cluster munitions are apparently going to the deep core of the Earth to try and sprinkle themselves there. All right, so we got our 4 ship of MiGs. Let's see how we do with our Twiz launch. 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 4. R3R. Good corkscrew dodge on that one. Yeah, I'm just trying to ignore that newsletter there, Ihort. Oh, this is what I saw when I looked up. It was the R60 hit. I was like, which one bought it? And then no answer. And then we were in the merge with him doing his, oh, good God. Yeah, I was in a bad way, wasn't I? Right over the ZSU. Shoka to MiG-21 at the same time. One of the things I like about TACView is being able to assess those kinds of things again. All right, so we have our last engagement here. We spot the 31s on our way out over yonder. Climbed up to about 30,000 feet or so, give or take, and gave him some long-range shots. He fired and then immediately lost it. Oh, I hit them both. Okay. I'll take that. They weren't out of the fight because they're giant, stupid, heavy kind of fighters, but both were definitely hurting at that point and probably trying to go home. Splash him. It's the SA-8, and then all of the Su-27s start moving into the zone. Ihort is chasing the MiG-31s. Where's this ET going? Like, really, where was the ET going? All right, Su-27, keep your secrets. Oh, he dodged that. That's unfortunate. Does he dodge this one too? No, he did not. Oh, this was the missile. This is the missile I wanted me to look at. Shoots and turns around. Yeah, it's within 2,000 feet. That's still kind of spooky. Thank God it didn't arm until like here. Otherwise that seeker head would have turned on and went, hey, I see something. It's real close. I'm gonna get it. Bonk. Out he goes. And then Mr. Su-27 shoots at me. Twice. I give him the aim 9, which predictably does not make it. You sure were. It was a fun time. And then I looked over at my left part of the monitor, which you can see right about there. And we met the floor. Well, you know, I've been sitting in the server here this whole time. Let's go ahead and reload the file. And we'll see what the end of that fight looks like there with Ihort. Shoot him down. Okay, now we're caught up. I hit the ground. Ihort goes up and gets tangled up with a pair of fulcrums, which sounds like a George R.R. Martin book, probably about food. No, I gave you the 77, but the 120 was better. Took a stray shot from the damn defenders. But look at that, you got to go home. Very proud. Good times. Very good times. It was a good day for flying. Had some shoot downs there, but we did manage to accomplish our goals of talking a little bit about the navigation system in the F-4 and talking about the bombing computer page and actually get in and do the things. Don't know why the F-15E's radio decided to quit working after the first pass, but I can only assume that that's probably as the result of having 6 months worth of no patches from ED. Thanks, John Rasbam, for doing what you've done to put it out here so far, but unfortunately, since you won't get paid and you've not done the work, and I can't blame you for it, But let's go ahead and close things out as we always do. Yeah, the Chinooks is in bad shape as well. Maybe they'll get those fixed, maybe they won't. But, as always, I want to thank everybody for showing up, for watching, for playing, for hanging out. Certainly a great time to be able to go up with friends and do the things, which I always appreciate on any day of the week that we do this and manage to do this with more people than just me. I want to take the time, too, to thank everybody for showing up on Small Business Saturday. Your support is absolutely appreciated. So if you choose to go ahead and spend your subscription here, I very much appreciate that, too. It's not required, but you can absolutely do the thing. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch subscription to a subscriber of your choice. And if you choose to spend your Bezos dollars here, I will happily take those, too. It's not required, but it is appreciated. If you would prefer to not give money to Twitch at all and want to tip more directly, you can do that at coffee.com/PilumJRamar. You can catch this and other VODs on the YouTube channel at @PilumRamar. Our usual week is starting over again here with Monday. We're going to do DCS Monday at 6 p.m., followed by Classic Games at 9 p.m. We've been playing through Dark Sun, The Shattered Lands. I think we're going to go ahead and continue with that one and see if we can't get closer to finishing it as we reunite all of the villages to fight the Draj. Should be a good time. Friday, we're scheduled for Armor at 6 p.m. And Saturday morning, a week from today, we'll be doing more DCS Saturday with Pilum teaching more things about the F-4. And we'll see what kind of mischief and trouble we can get into. With that, folks, always ask for consent. Try to communicate as best you can with your partners. Try to be genuinely decent human beings. I wish everybody a very happy and safe holiday season here as we roll into December. And with that, I'll catch up with you next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good day.